I just finished reading Joel Beckerman's The Sonic Boom, and I think throughout the book, Beckerman is trying to convey three main points to the reader. The first point is that sound and music is an important and powerful marketing tool that can be used to sell your product. I happen to disagree with this. I think that it was a powerful tool previously, but as we move into the future, I don't think sound and music will be as important because we are really using more of social media and companies are advertising differently on social media. For example, I recently read an article that featured Ben & Jerry's. Now, the article didn't have much to say about sound and music because it focused on companies selling and promoting products in video ads without sound. So what they did was they took a picture of a block of ice that over the video melted into just a carton of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. So from the video, no sound at all, but you can see what Ben & Jerry's was trying to convey. They were trying to show that Ben & Jerry's is still a very tasty summer treat that will cool you down. Now, what the article also said from the Wall Street Journal was that Facebook was actively counseling brands on how to market their products without using sound. Another point that I think Beckerman is making throughout his book is that a certain sound, or what he likes to refer to as a boom moment, can trigger your senses and catch your attention. And I happen to agree with this. And one example from an article I read is Geico. Now, Beckerman talks on page 69 of his book about how we give animal characteristics to humans, or human characteristics to animals. So one example of that is this guy, the Geico lizard, or gecko. And as you can see here, he's holding a cup of tea, not something a gecko would normally do. But one thing the gecko is good at is he's good at catching everyone's attention. You're not expecting a talking gecko or lizard because they don't talk. So when you hear that on TV, you kind of stop and think, and it kind of catches your attention. You turn to the TV, even if you weren't watching TV or not really paying attention to it. So in an article that I recently read regarding Geico, it was stated that the advertising is obviously working. The parade of talking lizards and cavemen and colorful parody ads has clearly attracted scores of new policy holders. So it's definitely an advertising campaign that works for Geico. And I think that, as Beckerman said, one of his main points, it's something that catches your attention and it triggers that moment of you thinking, oh my God, what is that? I have to look at that. Beckerman's third point, or message that he's trying to convey, is sound and music can make you feel something. I recently read an article online that says certain songs or sounds from our past, if we hear them in the present, will transport your mind back to that moment and make you feel however you were feeling during that time. So if it was a happy time or a sad time, you would be able to have those feelings again. And I think that it's really important that it's something that Beckerman thinks we are moving toward today in the marketing world. One company that does this really well, Disney. Now, Disney is able to have It's a Small World as one of their main songs, and every time people hear that, they go back and think of their family vacations and trips as a kid. So those are their three main points I think that Beckerman is trying to convey to the reader.